you think that there should be a rematch in the national championship game, LSU against Alabama or LSU against Oregon?
I've had a lot of trouble with this whole question because it's going on the basis that Oklahoma State will lose, and I really think they will lose to Oklahoma at the end of the season. And that being said, I don't think there should be a rematch. Just purely on the basis that LSU has already proven that they are superior to those teams. You need to see the two best teams in the country play each other. Now, that being said, the rest of the teams in the field have lost a game. So that raises the question, well, I mean, clearly, LSU and Alabama, that was the best game that I think everyone would agree. That's the best game that was played all year in college football so far. Because those are the two best teams, two most talented, maybe not on offensively for both teams, but the two most talented teams playing against each other and went into overtime. Now, I don't think LSU definitely should not play Oregon again, though. LSU proved that they were far superior to Oregon. And if there will be a rematch, I would rather see LSU-Alabama than any other ones, but I don't think there should be.
I agree. I don't think anybody wants to see a rematch. No one wants to see the same game twice. That's not college football you play. I think if Oklahoma beats Oklahoma State, they might make it to the national championship, which I would give Oklahoma a chance if they had Ryan Broyles, but he's off for the season, and they have I don't think they have enough talent to win that game. But I really don't. I think no one wants to really see the same game twice. We already saw the LSU, Alabama. Yeah, like what you've been saying, that they've proven that they can beat those teams. Give another team a chance to try to beat LSU, which I really don't think anybody can right now, unless the one duo that can, I think, is if Oklahoma State makes it. I don't know if their defense will hold up, but I think they can score on LSU.
And honestly, like I said before, I think Oklahoma is going to blow the upset. But if that happens, this is going to be classic college football craziness after that, because you're going to see it's going to be the question of who deserves to go more. Should it be Oklahoma, a one-loss Oklahoma, or a one-loss Alabama, or probably a one-loss Oregon? Now if Oregon goes to USC, then things get even more crazy. If it goes to USC and loses, because things become even more crazy. Because let's say Oklahoma State loses again, I mean you're basically putting Oklahoma, Alabama. Who would pick or choose who you want to see? And I think the voters would probably rather see Oklahoma play LSU just strictly because they had a little pitfall in the middle of the season. They didn't lose late, and they still won early enough to show that they were a good enough team to play with the top tier competition. And it wasn't like they got blown out against Texas Tech.
And if the last thing is, I do think Oklahoma will jump Alabama if that happens, just because if Oklahoma State's still number 2, that gives them the few points that be a number 2 team, and I think that's why Oklahoma will jump Alabama.
Alabama does face LSU in the national championship game. That would be the first time since 1998 that two teams from the same conference will play in the national championship game together. Thank you, Jahman, Frank. Stay tuned for another episode next week.